Hi educators, Fleur here. Today we're going to be learning how to make a natural paint out of items that are all edible, just in case your children like to paint and taste paint at the same time. So for today's activity, you will need plain flour, gluten-free flour if you have a gluten intolerance in your room, some herbs or spices that will make different colours. I've got paprika, cumin, and cloves today. Some water, some reusable containers or paint containers, whatever you use to keep your paint in. I've got 2 different size spoons just in case. I've also put my flour in a little container so I can do this with the children at the table and getting them to learn how to do the paint also, so they can take it home and make paint for themselves there. Firstly, we're going to add the flour into our paint pots. Just a little bit at a time. Then I'm going to add some paprika. Paprika not only gives a lovely natural colour, it also has a lovely smell to it as well. So we're going to have some beautiful smelling paints that are safe to play with. Okay, so I just added a dash of water. You might do this as a group activity around a table, so the children take turns adding in the flour, the paprika, the water. You can't really go wrong with making the paint, because if you just add too much of one thing, you just put a little bit more of the other item in. So at the moment, if I wanted a really thick paint, I could leave it as is. I'm going to make it a bit more runny, so I'm going to add a bit more water. If I want a little bit more colour, I'd add a bit more of the paprika. So I've got this beautiful earthy, reddy orange colour, as you can see. So that's my first colour done. It's that simple. The second colour, you could try experimenting, seeing what happens if you add water first with your colour. This time I'm going to use cloves. Beautiful. Oh, the smell of that really hits your nose. So you might even, while the children are waiting to take their turns, you might pass around the spice jars so they can smell what it's like. Another great thing to use is if you've got some natural fruits or vegetables. So if you've got carrots, beetroot, spinach, things that are, in the kitchen that they may not get around to using that week, raid the kitchen and you can get a mortar and pestle and grate up those vegetables to make beautiful natural oranges and beetroot colours. Now I've got for this colour, it still works quite the same even if I added in the water or the flour first. Is really a fail-safe activity for this. It's also great for sensory exploration, using sight, touch, smell. For this one's much more runnier, so it's more of a watercolour. But this one is more, a bit more thicker, so it's going to stick to the brush a little bit more firm. So I've got a dark, light brown. It's beautiful, almost like skin tone colours that I've created here as well. So they might want to do a picture of themselves afterwards. There you have it. Simple as that to make natural paints. The more vibrant you go, like beetroots, coffee, chocolate, make a bit more of those vibrant colours if you're looking for something to do more of those colour ranges. But yeah, have fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.